I'm feeling high.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and this is my YouTube channel where we do it ourselves when it comes to doing our hair. Now, first of all, a happy new year to everybody. I hope this year treats you well. In this video, I'm going to be doing straight back cornrows. I'm going to be doing big and small cornrows. And I used about 1 pack of darling braiding hair. I did wash and blow dry my hair the day before, so I'm now just gonna pre-part my hair. And mind you, this was like early in the morning, so I pre-parted my hair and prepared it for my cornrows, and then I had to go and take a shower and run some errands, and then I came back to continue doing my hair. So don't be alarmed when you see a change of outfits, because yeah, I'm still in my pajamas. Okay, you might think, why do I need to pre-part my hair if I'm just going to be doing straight back cornrows? Like, straight back is quite straightforward. It's actually a bit more trickier than that. I don't know if I'm just dumb or what, but I tend to struggle with parting my hair and my hair being like completely straight back, or at least to have symmetry between both sides of my head. The thing is, the front of your head is way bigger than the nape area. So when you do cornrows from front to back, you basically want to make sure your nape area can accommodate all your cornrows, because it doesn't have as much space as the front of your head. So when you make your sections, you want to make sure you start out in front a bit bigger, and then when you get to the nape area, make your sectioning a bit more thinner than the front. Hence, I pre-section my hair starting off with 4 big sections. It just assures me that I won't struggle for space when it comes to my nape area for some of my cornrows. All my cornrows will have space there at the back. I made 4 big sections, and each of those 4 sections I'm going to divide into 2 cornrows, and in between those 2 cornrows I'm gonna make a small line, like a small cornrow. I am using my edge control gel just to make sure my lines are clean and crisp. The edge control gel that I'm using is from Native Child. It's currently my favorite edge control gel and the only one that I use for the past 2 years. Now the gel is optional, of course. I like how the gel makes my cornrows last a bit longer. If I wasn't using gel, I think I'd probably only be able to have my cornrows in for like 7 days. And I hate how old cornrows look on me. So I just want to make sure that my cornrows last me a bit longer, hence the gel. Initially, I just wanted to make 6 big cornrows because I'm lazy and tired and I just needed to get my hair done. But I thought that was too boring, so I decided on 8 cornrows with small lines in between those 8 big cornrows. Someone asked, when I do my feed in cornrows, do I count the number of pieces of braiding hair that I use for each cornrow? And honestly, I don't. I can't tell you how many pieces of braiding hair I use for each cornrow when I do my hair. I just look in the mirror and see if I'm satisfied with the size of my cornrow or not. Obviously, in the video, you can't see my mirrors, but I am using 2 mirrors, one in the back and one in front of me. Now, obviously, when you do feed in cornrows, you have to make sure that you start with smaller pieces of braiding hair, and then you gradually increase the size of the braiding hair piece until you're happy with the size of your cornrow. In this instance, though, I feel like I should have added a bit more hair piece to my bigger cornrows. At the end, it seemed like my cornrows were a bit too small, but nonetheless, I was still happy with the end result. I just wished I had hair piece that matched my natural hair color. The color that I used is 1B, and it was the only color that I had. And the thing is, when you're doing cornrows with hair piece that does not match your natural hair color. It just looks uglier when the cornrows are becoming old and your natural hair is now growing out of the cornrows. It's not a good look. So my natural hair is like a color 4, and I wished I had color 4 hairpiece. But as I said, nonetheless, I was still happy with what my hair looked like when I was done. Anyway, question. Do you guys have any hair goals for the new year? Like maybe you want to go natural, or maybe you want to relax, or maybe you want to grow your hair. Maybe you want to grow out your edges. Maybe you want to experiment with different colors. Let me know in the comment section. For me personally, my hair goals for the new year is, I think, to grow out my edges. My edges aren't bad, and the thing with my hairline is, because I have low density hair, I'm not gonna have like a really full hairline. But I still think that it can look better than what it is now. And the past few months, I don't know what's happening with me, and I told someone that I wanna go bald. And I'm not one of those people who can go bald, because guys, not my face card declines every chance she gets. So I'm not one of those women who can just cut her hair and go bald and continue with life. I also don't have any wigs. So I really don't have any other options other than doing hairstyles that sort of kind of give me a bald look, like the braided baldy type of hairstyle. So what I'm planning on doing in the new year, or at least for the first few months or first few weeks, I don't know, I might just change my mind. I'm gonna be doing protective hairstyling, and I don't like to call it protective hairstyles, but I'm gonna be doing more protective hairstyles that don't require any kind of extra hairpiece. Like I'll be doing freehand cornrows, maybe small lines. The reason being that when I do my hair without hairpiece, I'm less likely to put a lot of tension on my head. Also, because my hair is so short, there's not going to be any hair hanging down my neck. I'm not going to have any volume. Basically, I'm going to have braided baldy kind of hairstyles without, creating the illusion that I'm bald without actually chopping off all my hair, if that makes sense. If not, stick around, you'll see what I mean. In my next coming videos, you'll see what I mean. Other than that, I really don't have any New Year's resolutions. I think the only thing I want to do this year is make money, guys. Like, okay, everybody wants to make money, but for me personally, I am just tired of working a 9 to 5 job. And mind you, I've only been employed for 3 years. Only 3 years of employment, guys, and I'm already finished. I'm done. I cannot do this for another 3 4 decades. And I don't have a horrible job. I have no complaints about my salary, honestly. I get good benefits where I work. The only problem that I have is work takes up way too much of my time than it should. I feel like I shouldn't have to be at work for 8 hours a day. I shouldn't have to go to work 5 days away. Like, that is my biggest problem. Like, at this point, I'm even willing to take a pay cut for less working hours. Like, it's either I work like Boma 5 to 6 hours in a day, or I work for 4 days in the week. That is something that I'd be willing to take for lesser pay, because I cannot deal with the fact that most of my waking life is spent at a desk in front of a computer. And it's really starting to affect my mental health. Like, my biggest problem is my time. And so if I have money, I'd be able to at least buy some of my time. Like, that's the only thing I want to do with money, guys. I don't want luxury goods. I don't want to go on holidays and go to fancy restaurants and dress in the latest fashions. I don't want those things. I just want to buy myself time. And guess what? Your girl doesn't have a plan. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make this money to buy time so that I don't have to work a 9 to 5 job. The only thing that I can do at this point is to live a kind of a frugal lifestyle. And I think I've mentioned this in my last video. The only thing that I'm planning on doing for this year is to cut on unnecessary spending. And when I look at how I've been spending the past 3 years or ever since I've been employed, I really have spent money on useless things. And that is money that I could have saved. But I'm glad I made those mistakes. I can now move forward and at least save a little bit of money here and there. It's not going to be a lot, but it's a habit that I want to build. But I've been doing really good so far. I've started saving last year actually, and I've managed to save about 40K, and definitely hoping to continue with saving this year. I don't like people being in my finances like that, but something tells me that not a lot of people make it this far into my videos. I feel like people just watch the first few minutes and then skip to the last part. So if you've made it this far into my video, thank you. Clearly, this video is useful to you, or at least you are enjoying the conversation. But like I said, I have about 40K in savings, and I'm hoping to double that this year. So I'm basically hoping for a miracle at this point because, like I said, I don't have a plan. You might say, well, you could always make money with your social media platforms. That is not guaranteed. And I have been getting emails of people wanting to collaborate with me on my social media, but I'm not just gonna say yes to anybody. For instance, I got an email from a skincare product line. They are based in Botswana, but they also sell in South Africa. But when it comes to my skin, I'm very, very, very picky. And they wanted me to do like a 3 month journey with their skincare products. I just was not willing to do that. I have sensitive skin. I have acne prone skin, so I don't like experimenting with all kinds of skincare products. So I kind of declined. I'm saying that to say the opportunities to make money might come, but not all of those opportunities are going to be good opportunities. And besides, I'm doing all of this as a hobby. Honestly, when I started with my social media accounts and my YouTube channel, it was never to eventually make money. It was just a hobby that I'm having fun with, and I like that people find what I do fascinating, and many of them want to learn from it, or I guess I get to inspire people. And so the plan really never was to make money from my social media platforms. It's really just a hobby. But if the opportunities present themselves, I might take a few of them here and there. And I'm also hoping to eventually get monetized on my YouTube channel. I could have been monetized by now, I think. It's just that I haven't been very consistent. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best this year as I'm planning to be a bit more consistent. Okay, back to the hairstyle. Now that I'm done with my cornrows, I actually didn't want to have my ends really long. So I decided to do I guess you can call them Bantu knots method. So I'm basically only going to braid my hair down up until a certain length. And then I'm going to make a knot at the end of my braiding hair. There's a trick that I saw, I think, on Instagram. Someone took a piece of yarn or wool. I don't know what they used for the white stuff, and kind of trace the length that you want. And so that you use the white line as kind of a point where you then start your knot. So I did that. I think I used, what did I use? I think I used translucent makeup powder, if I'm not mistaken. So it didn't really work out for me that well. There were some knots that I had to redo because they weren't the perfect length, or they were either shorter or longer than the others. And also, I didn't know what I was going to do to kind of hold the braiding hair in place because some of them were unraveling. I then decided to take some hair ties to just tie the hair down. Didn't do a really good job, but hey, it was what it was. I was tired, and so I did not want to fiddle with this hair any further. And so I did what I could, and that was that. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time, which is hopefully next week. Okay, bye.
For me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wait until you see her, you'll agree. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wait until you see her. A, B, C, D for me. My hometown girl. I got a girl. A, B, C, D.